Kate Nandi is a senior officer of the Family and Child Protection Unit in Kampala Metropolitan, basing at the Central Police Station. When she's not on official duties like this, she's busy in her office dealing with cases concerning families and children. Top on the list of the cases affecting children is defilement, and the number of reported cases are growing all the time. She receives 3 to 4 cases per day of children that have been defiled.
Others come themselves when it is too much for them, when they've been defiled by their fathers, and not once. It is a daily issue. It reaches a point and comes up. Others have been brought by their mothers when they reveal to their mothers, and it is too much. And in most cases it has happened to homes where a father and a mother have separated.
She can't emphasize enough the need for parents to protect their children, who she says are at risk at all times.
The parents can even defile them. A father can defile a daughter. A relative can defile. A brother can defile. Even at school, these girls are still vulnerable. Teachers can defile them. They are fond of defiling them. Even the fellow students who are boys, they defile them. Within the distance between the home and the school, they are also being defiled by strangers. According to the latest police report, 7,564 children were defiled in 2010. And in 2011, 7,690 children were defiled. But most alarmingly is that these figures, which are nonetheless staggering, do not reveal the true picture of defilement in Uganda. These figures do not take into account all the cases of defilement per day that go unreported. The cultural makeup of Uganda is often blamed. The deeply engraved values in our societies where women are seen as subordinates.
It is men taking decisions, men in charge, men doing everything, and women becoming very insubordinate. That has made women powerless, girls powerless. You don't question in most of our cultures. When a man talks, you don't question. When a man, that powerlessness has a contribution towards defilement. And to make matters worse, to even make people silent about it. Because you feel once you've been defiled by a man, you cannot talk about it. So that has a big problem. Of course, the other problem is the law itself. Yes, we have laws, but the enforcement has been a huge challenge.
But what can lead someone to commit such a despicable act?
This could be a problem in the development at an earlier stage. This problem often starts during early adolescence, where the focus goes on to children and not people of the same age bracket. It may continue to develop and grow within the person until later on in the years. It's often rare for the development of pedophilia within the middle age bracket. It's often at the early onset, is around adolescence.
This disorder, if detected early among adolescents, they can be helped through sex education. Unfortunately, parents are not equipped to deal with adolescents.
Without guidance, sometimes youngsters may go astray. And values, the traditional values are ignored, and eventually you start to see a display of abnormal tendencies like defilement.
Parenting in these children is not there, because very early in the morning you move, you go and work, you leave them sleeping, and you come back when they are sleeping. The time to be with your children, so that you give them at least the good cultural morals and the religious morals. You do not have time.
A defiled girl later in life often needs socio-psycho support to try to cope with the trauma.
They feel they have been violated, they feel angry, and then also there is little trust for especially the opposite sex. If they have been defiled by someone of the opposite sex, there is a loss of trust and a feeling of anxiety. It might also impact their relationships and marriages later on.
Government organizations and civil societies have been highlighting defilement in the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Yesterday, Police Form 3 and 3A were launched, a move intended at bringing justice to the survivors. Irene Namialo, NTV.